Well, never mind for the intro. That went terribly. We're having technical difficulties, so give me a moment, please. I think I have probably sorted them out. Maybe? I don't know, let me see here. Okay. I think technical difficulties have been remedied. Hopefully. Maybe. I think so. I messed up. I totally forgot that I was recording a video, so I had it at like a really high bit rate for a high quality video, obviously. And yeah, that did not go well. Let's just say that. So, hello everybody and welcome. Today we are going to be reacting to live reacting to the live reveal of the new Call of Duty for 2019 multiplayer reveal, which is exciting. Technical difficulties be damned. We shall prevail. So, I don't know what this is going to be on. Twitch.tv/ fucking Call of Duty? Maybe? Call of Duty Twitch? Live? Yes. There we go. 3 minutes. Okay. Look at us. We're doing shit. Quality? I need P60. Alright. Let me finish getting everything set up. Jesus Christ, man. What is the technical difficulty? Okay. I think we are good. So, here's the plan. Pretty simple. We're gonna watch whatever the hell they're showing. And, well, just take it from there. Apparently what they're doing is they're showing a trailer, like a multiplayer reveal trailer. And then they're waiting 30 minutes for like the full reveal, which is kind of weird. They're having like a pre-show. And this is supposed to go all the way to like 5 o'clock. I have no idea why it would take that long, so I don't know if I'm gonna watch the whole thing, but we'll watch some of it. Hopefully we don't drop any fatty frames. It was very awkward. I had to roll that intro like 8 times, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna not use the intro because I keep having to change settings, and it's just not looking good. Not looking good at all. Also, been a minute since I used a green screen. I just set up the goddamn green screen and God, just so hard. 50 seconds though. At least we're not late. You know, usually I'm late to this stuff, but we're not late. quite quiet. And then we're gonna get to the trailer. It's gonna be fucking loud as nuts. Just having my morning coffee. Ready to chill, relax. I have high hopes for this Call of Duty. Number one thing I want to see is the Battle Royale mode. Because I've kind of strayed away from conventional Call of Duty multiplayer these days. The Battle Royale was really something new and exciting for me in Blackout. Here we go. Trailer. Azure Cave. This looks like single player stuff. Dude, what if it's like a siege-based thing? That'd be crazy. If it's like Rainbow Six Siege. Now this is definitely single player stuff. So man, randomly press your stream, you're at work right now and you can't hear me. Okay. Copyrighted music. Nice. The gunplay looks really satisfying to me. I really like it. It has like the PUBG blood splatters. Okay, there's adjustable fire modes. Interesting. Gotta love a little bit of Metallica. Usually they go with like the AC/DC, so it's cool to see Metallica. Interesting, I thought they were showing multiplayer. That's actually really cool though that you can accurate hip fire with the laser sight. That's kind of sick, dude. Oh, those ragdolls. That shoddy looks satisfying. Those ragdolls look satisfying. A little bit of a juggernaut. The music is like gold. I like it. Nothing, never, never. It doesn't seem like very like over the top crazy Call of Duty. Like this is pretty tame for Call of Duty. Unless this is supposed to be multiplayer, but I don't think it is. A little bit of tank gameplay. Okay. Destroyable tanks. I mean, that kind of seems like multiplayer, dude. I don't know, I'm so confused. Some of this seems like multiplayer, dude. Got Betty's. Great. And a nuke? That was a nuke, dude. October 25th.
Get early access to the open beta.
Oh my god, dude.
Hello everyone and welcome
There's a
to the
nuke.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare multiplayer gameplay premiere. I will be your host.
So that was all
Cliff
multiplayer.
Evans, and joining me for
Really?
this spectacular
That did not
day,
look like multiplayer.
Vincent Bo, buddy, that trailer.
Wow. Wow. There was so much action in that trailer. I'm sure this is the first time I've actually got to watch the whole thing. That is awesome, and I'm not sure if you caught it right at the very end.
Hey, what's up,
the card. Open beta
Call of
as
Duty?
well. I'm so excited. We've obviously played it a little bit, but now we get to actually jump in and play so much. I'm excited.
Yeah, no,
Hey, what's up, guys? We're Call of Duty guys, paid by Call of Duty to suck Call of Duty's dick. Man, doesn't Call of Duty look good?
Crossplay coming into this, but that's actually
Ooh,
going to be
crossplay.
available for the beta, Ben.
I can't wait for that. You're going to have console to console, console to PC, everything right at your fingertips for open beta. I couldn't be more excited.
This is going to be incredible. Now, Ben and I are gonna be
well, I
breaking
mean,
down a
there
lot of
you
the
have
action
it. There's
today,
been
but we're gonna have a
people
lot of
like
people in
fucking
here
downing
with us
on
going through it all.
crossplay, saying crossplay wasn't actually going to be a thing and that they were lying. They just confirmed right there. They just said even the open beta is going to be crossplay from console to console and console to PC. I mean,
before we get into the gameplay, we've got a lot of stuff to bring you. I kind of want to get into the basics
that's
of
just
the philosophies behind
kind
Modern Warfare.
of kicking the guys in the dick that were downing on crossplay and saying it wasn't gonna happen,
in the history
which I
of
love.
video games, and you guys are reimagining it. Jeff, how difficult was that just to get started?
Yeah, it was a big thing to get over your head. So, just as single player, I kind of thought of it as a reimagining. We took it as kind of this mental exercise of thinking of it as making a whole new game, and kind of stripping stuff down and really questioning everything. But we really had this phrase called "fresh but familiar." How much stuff do you take from previous games, and how much stuff do you make all new, right? And if you go with the old stuff,
I agree.
it's just gonna feel like a remastered, maybe. But if you just make new stuff, you're not gonna have that DNA and the nostalgia that fans have.
Yeah, I will say the Modern Warfare name to many Call of Duty fans, I mean, that's a historic one, right? Is there any pressure internally when you decided that?
Is there any pressure in remaking one of the best first-person shooters ever made?
Small amount, right?
Yeah.
I like his shirt. What, noob tube icon?
Not a lot of sleep, I'm sure, in the ramp up to this.
Yeah.
It's finally time. And one of the big things that you'll note as well from the trailer, boots on the ground, a phrase which means a lot to Call of Duty fans.
Yeah, I mean, we set out to make a legitimate military shooter right from day one, but we also wanted it to be fun, right? Our game's still really fluid. You can still slide and shoot. Our mantle is super fast. Like, the game just
boots on the
really
ground
good.
action.
We're really happy with how it turned out.
They love the term
And
boots on the ground, dude. Really gets them off.
This is a reimagined experience.
Yes.
Jeff, can you kind of talk to me about what that entails, reimagining this for a new generation of gamers?
Well,
yeah,
so
please
like
explain.
You're taking old stuff, you're taking new stuff, and you could maybe say this is like a love letter to Modern Warfare.
I like that.
We've sampled stuff from all the different past games. We kind of put little Easter eggs in, and from systems to map stuff to weapons. We really tried to cover all the kind of favorite stuff.
Easter egg. That's getting Eddie hard. Oh, Call of Duty Easter egg.
Maybe grew up with this. It was their childhood favorite.
He's all about
game,
those Easter eggs, dude.
Hours in. And then the new generation, which maybe isn't as familiar with the title and trying to appeal to the new gamers. It's got to be tough, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was a kind of a line we had to toe as we were making this. Is it infinite sprint? Is it cooldown sprint? Is it how far does the slide?
You probably have a million little conversations like that.
So many little things, and how do you kind of know where you're gonna go? So.
Yeah. One of the keys for me is the map design, right? That's something that you kind of touched on a little bit there, but from my
maps are good in COD 4.
You've done such a good job of having the close quarter fights, but as well, if you're a fan of sniping, you can still have those long range fights. How hard has that been, just getting the maps themselves?
That's going to let Jeff handle that one.
He's the map guy.
Well, it's tricky. I think, we always make maps that we try to support every playstyle.
Ooh, gameplay.
Guns, and we want to make sure that there's a place for snipers, there's a place for close quarters.
Chernobyl, baby, we're back.
The titles have been
It looks like it's too much color.
Arena shooter-ish. So you can
I like the look of COD 4 Chernobyl because it looked just so fucking dilapidated. I loved it.
Symmetrical layout, the brain just kind of rejects it and doesn't really feel real. So for us, it's more about freestanding buildings, kind of, and the power positions that those create. And this actually
that looks just like a map from Black Ops 2.
Very similar to how real military moves through places. They take a key location, and it's usually on a crossroad, and it has these sight lines that gives them an advantage.
They're really like trying to make this realistic, but we all know it's still Call of Duty at the end of the day. This isn't gonna be tactical Arma or anything like that.
Third story, pops you.
Yep.
You have a goal in life. You want to go get him, and so we've really built a lot of mechanics around those freestanding buildings.
Secret TDM right there.
Yeah. and do you think, I guess, with this kind of the way you've been looking to design these maps, a lot of talk about the variety of gameplay you're trying to bring to this experience of
the game looks good in terms of graphic fidelity as well.
To reach kind of new heights when you just speak to a variety of gunfights, a variety of action within these maps.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can even look at our maps from a scale standpoint, where we have the gunfight maps, and then we go all the way up to larger player scales. So you're going to be playing 20v20 today in one of our battle maps.
20v20, baby.
Okay. We have a bunch of new mechanics in there, but we also have new ways to play, right? We have the night vision gameplay you saw in the trailer, and that's just a completely different
20v20 Call of Duty.
Right? Everyone has night vision goggles,
baby, the kill
lasers
streaks.
that they aim with. But anyone else in a night vision goggle set and nods can see that laser, and so you have this cat and mouse gameplay, and We've had a bunch of things in the game that really freshen up the Call of Duty experience.
I'm kind of curious just from the developer standpoint, because as fans and viewers, you don't see it.
So how that red dot works, or how that laser sight works, is you do have to have the night vision. So it's like an infrared laser. But other people with night vision can see that laser.
Tidbits where you can still surprise people.
It's really interesting at the beginning. I have that feeling at the end of each game where I'm like, okay, we put everything into this. What the hell do we do next?
Yeah, man. What do you do next?
But we draw. I mean, this game we had the opportunity to draw from real military and things that they would do, and that is where like the night vision gameplay stuff came from, and the doors and things like that. We have a big, I guess, a suite of functionality for doors and how you interact with them that really changes up the flow. And you think about it, it's just a door.
But I also think that know when you have a franchise that's been around this long, you gotta have.
They've never had doors in Call of Duty, or like not for a long time. Have they had like actual openable doors in multiplayer? All of the doors that they've had have always been like automatic sliding doors. They've never had like an open door, and a lot of shooters stray away from that. Opening doors and stuff like that. A lot of shooters, like, try and think of a shooter that has an open door mechanic.
With every change we made, we talked about like we wanted to add more depth and replayability to each firefight. And that's kind of how we look at each change that we put into.
I don't know.
When you have a franchise that's been around for so long,
I don't know if it does.
Weapons,
I can't think of any actually.
Weapons, and that's the one thing from the trailer and playing. There's a lot
like
of
Counter-Strike,
unique different weapons in the game.
Yeah, we have a bunch of classic guns.
Counter-Strike
we have a bunch of new ones,
has
like
some openable doors. Does CSGO? I don't think CSGO has openable doors.
Authentic. And we'll dig into it in a little bit with the guns.
CSS did.
But we also stripped our weapon systems down
Battlefield
completely. How we do.
I don't think Battlefield has openable doors.
And to add more depth.
PUBG has openable doors, and obviously Apex.
That in close quarters, it still
or like a traditional multiplayer, not a battle royale. I can't really think of it. This guy here, does night vision have a purpose now? Night-based maps? There are night-based maps. The big thing for night vision goggles is you can have an infrared laser on your weapon that you can only see with night vision optics, and then in order to use it, it gives you like 100% accurate hip fire. You tilt your gun to the side and just use the laser sight to hit fire. It gives you 100% accurate hit fire, but you have to have night vision goggles. And the balancing is that other people with night vision goggles on can also see your laser. And it seems like it has like almost indefinite range, so or not indefinite range, but it has like a long range for that laser, so other people are gonna see you ahead of time.
We didn't want,
but there are gonna be night maps.
Spec Ops player. I'm a MP player, or I'm a campaign player. We wanted you to be a Modern Warfare player, and so when you're playing with your weapons in Spec Ops, and
it's just like the night missions in Modern Warfare.
That correlates or translates right back over into.
That's very cool.
That's awesome.
Very, very cool.
I like that a lot. And it's worth mentioning. One thing that we found out yesterday: there's no season pass this year. How is that going to work?
No season pass. Free map. It's gonna work great.
That's the big thing, right?
Free maps, right?
In previous games, you've kind of gotten the map pack here, and he's gotten the other one.
Right,
everybody just starts kind of deviating. You want to keep everybody.
Yes, thank you. Oh my God, it took you guys fucking forever.
And continue it on through seasons as we go.
And when
you
say
retard.
For everyone, you mean free?
Yeah.
It's completely free.
Free content.
Yes.
I like that.
Free.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Who would have fucking thought? Why didn't they do this like 10 years ago? Since COD 4, I've been saying map packs are a terrible idea. Everyone's been saying.
She's going to be with us from Infinity Ward as well. Ashton, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Everybody has said map packs are terrible ideas.
I'm very excited for a glorious day at Modern Warfare.
I mean, I'm surrounded by streamers. I got Doc to my right over here.
Oh, Doc.
Multiplayer.
You've got Courage close to you, though, and he's one of the loudest human beings on the planet, so I'm hoping that you're going to be able to get through. Hey, Jack, what's up, buddy? Who thought it was going to put him up front? I thought he'd be like in the back pocket, like out deep.
We're going to hear him all through there. But Ashton, I want to get to
Search and Destroy should be great. Oh, dude, I'm excited you're back in Search.
I think that's the first thing you have to decide, right?
Yes, I mean, the operators are purely to make you feel like a badass when you get into the game. So when you first load up, you'll see we've got back to the factions. So we've got the Coalition, respectively, on the west and the Allegiance on the east. And so you can kind of see my default kind of strike team here. And as you go in and actually select your operator,
do they have abilities?
And this, I mean, obviously we have some.
Dude, I was saying this might be Siege-like.
That guy looks like a badass.
D-Day.
They all look pretty badass. I like Zane personally.
Yeah. So my two favorites, Zane.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, look, he's got a tactical poncho.
Is that what that's called?
That's
tactical poncho.
That by Joel. It's not a cape.
It's not a cape.
It's not a cape.
Not a cape. Tactical.
Oh no, not
poncho.
courage.
But, moving forward from operators, the actual creator class system. This is where things get really, really interesting to me because the first thing to note.
Damn, dude, that suppressor looks sick.
Yeah. Yeah, we wanted to keep it.
Of course,
simple,
why would you have pick 10 in Modern Warfare?
We wanted to kind of move our complexity into gunsmith and keep the front like if you want to have a tactical, you always have a tactical. You always have a lethal. You're always ready for that.
Yeah, we're just trying to pick where the complexity is, and so we're not asking
specialist. Been in COD before. Yeah.
To kind of really dig into the weapon and focus on that. So.
But there's no specialist on here.
One of the customizable options comes is the gunsmith, and Ashton's gonna hop in there for us. So this is.
This is straight up EFT, dude.
This is awesome. Can you guys kind of talk?
This is literally EFT, simplified EFT, but.
Well, I mean, early on, we really kind of decided that, or realized that your weapon is the main character in MP, and it's what you use to interact with our world.
Cool.
So we kind
Look at all those attachments. You know what that lends belief to?
We had to convince the studio of
Battle Royale, exactly. Look at all those attachments, dude.
30 to 60 attachments per weapon.
Yeah.
Wow, 30 to
pistol
60.
is a little harder to scrape by with some with all these attachments, but you just use the weapon and they unlock.
They got a lot of fucking.
And to clarify, for example, if you were to
oh, so they have like
AK-47, right? You can change that. Like for example, you take the stock away, all of a sudden you have the AK-74U.
Actually, you can do a caliber change, short barrel, and get the AK-74U, and then you can actually do a drum mag, long barrel, muzzle brake.
Wow.
Like, ACOG and make more of an RPD. Like you can really like the guns are really flexible.
Well, Ashton,
interesting. So they're going like the.
I mean, I'm an AK player, or an AR player. I mean, we do have an AK on here. So I'm just making kind of a newbie class.
Ashton, jump to that pistol that you have on that loadout, and then go into gunsmith and then toggle it so we can rotate it around.
Oh, there it is.
This is the sexy shot.
Yeah.
And one thing as well that I'm not sure if people.
I mean, the models are really good. You can see like the fingerprints and shit.
Guns as well now.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's kind of we kind of wanted a little get out of
jail
free card where
come
we
in.
didn't have to put physical attachment on everything. But you'll find a lot of,
people didn't like that in MW3.
Caliber changes. And
yeah, things that we wouldn't.
I liked this system in MW3. I don't know why people didn't like it.
Have some things that were functional that weren't represented, but everything else, all the other slots, every piece is there, and we actually built all of the.
People really did not like it for some
based
reason.
on real life, how it would affect the gun.
I feel like I'm gonna be like Tony Stark at Dash. The stuff that it looks like I'm gonna be able to do with this, like just endless hours of customizing. And
this looks really good, dude.
I really like to use it's
the shit looks
stuff,
good.
I do want to chat then a little bit kind of about tacticals and lethals. So you mentioned when it was going away from the pick 10, one of the core things you wanted here was to make sure you had that lethal and tactical. We'll start off in the lethal side of things. It looks like mostly fan favorites from the overall series.
How's the C4 work?
Yeah, the thermite's a good one because we have vehicles in the play space, right? You saw in the trailer we have that light tank, and like the thermite's great. It's a fun tool.
There's fucking vehicles,
and it sticks, but it burns right through vehicles, so it's a great counter to that.
There's fucking tanks, dude. Crazy. You know what that means? Yeah, you guess it. Battle Royale.
Oh wow! And then moving forward towards tacticals, I know you have a fan favorite one here. It's what the snapshot grenade. How do you even come up with this idea of a snapshot grenade?
This was a funny story. It's actually my son got a toy. It was like a little ball, disco ball with a stick and two blades, and it actually will sense the ground and not land, so it just kind of floats there. I actually the next morning ran and kind of snuck in and did a tactical door breaching. I threw it into Joel's office, freaked him out, and said, "Hey, let's do this."
Interesting.
So it actually goes in, it flies up, and kind of takes
200.
Bro,
honestly, I think 200 player battle royale might be a thing because they just announced that they're gonna have 20v20 on regular multiplayer. They're gonna have 40 people in regular multiplayer, dude. So I'm like, that's a lot more than normal, which means their engine is a lot more optimized, which means 200 player battle royale
options within Modern Warfare, correct?
So what double time does, there is a big change. Double time, early on we were like, do we do unlimited sprint? Do we do sprint with a cooldown? And in the end we ended up with unlimited sprint. Feels good, it's user friendly. But we still wanted that kind of like tactical boost, that way to get from one piece of cover to another really, really fast. And so we added a thing called tactical boost. Okay. And if you're moving forward and you click the stick twice, your gun actually comes up to signify that you're not engaging in combat. You're just sprinting, and allows you to move really fast for a short amount of time. And
Interesting.
Then,
It's a risk reward, right?
It's
Like,
actually the oh shit button.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go,
Run
go, go.
away.
200
kind of
player
moving forward
battle
from Purge,
royale.
The thing that excites me the most, kill streaks.
Yes.
They have returned
Yes.
for Modern Warfare, and there's a whole different.
Where the
host of
fuck is the
them.
nuke,
Some
dude?
of them
We
very,
saw the
very exciting. Of
nuke.
course, the Juggernaut
Is it
we
a
saw in the
hidden?
trailer.
Yes.
That is badass, and I think you guys in rehearsal were telling me that there's like music that plays as well when you're in the Juggernaut suit.
Yeah, so when you get the Juggernaut suit, you hear metal music in your
that's
ears.
just cool.
and it's
You
just
hear
like,
metal
it's such a
music
fun
when you're
kill streak. It's just
Juggernaut.
your moment to just be like, F
Sick.
you, everybody.
yeah. Well, that's part of why I love the kill streaks for back. Like, when I get on COD, I want to go in, I want to dominate.
Dude,
It's
those-
about
that's
me
a
dropping
fast
stats,
care
dropping numbers,
package,
earning
damn.
streaks, and
There's
this is
actually
one that'll be fun.
There's actually a funny thing. This actually plays in 3D space, so
Yeah.
it'll sound like somebody's listening to like music out of headphones.
Yeah.
So you actually
that's
be able
cool.
to hear like the music coming out.
They're like, oh
love
shit,
that.
I
And then
hear
the other one as
fucking.
well that
Why
we,
do I hear boss
wanted to
music?
touch on was we saw it again in the trailer. Is like the tank.
Yeah, the
Chopper
light tank
gunner.
IAV. And this was another thing we pushed for to get kill streaks into the play space, and this is a cooperative kill streak. So one player mans the tank and the main cannon, and another
Oh.
player's up on top manning the 50 cal.
Okay, so you need
And some
your
of our
teammates
bigger
to be
maps you can play
These
this.
these
Yeah.
are only on some of the maps,
Yeah.
and if you have it equipped, then we on a smaller map we'll swap you out with a smaller one we call the Wheelson.
Yeah.
That one's really scary.
I like the big one the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the trailer that did some serious work in it.
You like to go big, Ben?
Absolutely, of course, maybe you know that.
Oh, there's like a time limit on it. Interesting.
I've got a feeling that is going to be so fun. But all right, it's been very cool to have
That's
Ashton
neat.
kind of showing us through the actual setup of it.
It's
But
got a
I'd
little
love to actually
time
hop
limit.
into a game if we could and talk through some of the action, some of the new features within the actual game. I believe we're going to.
Why do I feel like
to
Doc
headquarters
is
what we're
run
gonna start
gun?
Things off
It
with.
returns.
Yes,
You
it
brought
does.
headquarters back.
Yeah.
Well, with all this work in the kind of freestanding buildings, you know, and we'll talk about it in some mechanics. We have all these doors.
I want to
and
see
stuff.
the Doc.
Being able to defend
Owning.
a interior space gives us that kind of Black Hawk Down. Last man
Interesting.
standing,
You like
because with
spawn into a
headquarters, of course,
Skyrim
the defending
wagon.
team doesn't respond, so it's down to like
Start
really
up in
show
a
you how many are left, and it
little
gets really
Skyrim wagon.
high tension.
Before we dive too much into the new tactics and elements in the game, can we just talk about how goddamn beautiful it is? I mean, the big push before this, you know, it's a new engine, right? Can you kind of talk me through what goes into that? Like, what is going to stand out to the
Who
new
wants to
player
watch a
in Modern
girl
Warfare?
gamer? Oh my
I mean,
god,
one of the-
dude.
we use a new
She's gonna
technique
suck.
called,
Look at her, she's
photogrammetry.
missing.
And what we do is a lot
Oh
of the
shit,
art in our
never
game
mind.
is actually scanned, 3D scanned from real world objects. We go like our.
You keep bringing me closer to Tony Stark stuff every time you go up with these things.
It's crazy. The whole
That's a
process
tactical
has
lean.
changed, right? Like artists would sit
Tactical
in a room
lean.
and then, you know, they'd art a character, but now
Lean
we have
confirmed.
Whole, I guess, wardrobe.
Battle
wardrobes that
Royale.
People wear,
Tactical
and, like,
lean.
People drive along the road and they find like a
oh,
brown
dude,
car,
she's
and they're like, "We
gaming.
found it. This is awesome.
She's
Come here,
owning.
bring the cameras."
Yeah.
That's so
Seriously,
cool.
yeah, we'll take gear and we'll actually throw it in a pool for a while,
Yeah.
so it gets like worn and beat up, and then we'll scan it so it looks more grounded and real.
Yeah.
Wow.
And a lot of that did it go into, you know, we touched on a little
Hey,
bit
it's
earlier, like
Nook.
the realistic environments. Was that
From
part of the
Siege.
process as well, or how did you
Oh,
guys
she's
get
pulling
it to
out a
make
little
these
deagle?
look so realistic and so
She's trying to
awesome?
style
it's
on
actually
him, dude.
scanning real world things.
Respawning
we scanned old,
disabled.
burnt out cars, these little rubble piles.
She just
and
closed
kind
the
of have to
door.
work that in. And it was actually a big task for the art department to kind of
Oh,
have that
baby.
new
Yeah.
This
workflow.
looks
And we
fucking
got all
good,
these
dude.
pictures. You guys are now have to create all of this.
Yeah. So that took a little while for us
Oh,
to
a
kind
little
of
Kobe?
kind of used to that system
Oh!
and really get rolling.
She got a little Kobe there.
As maybe said,
Dude, she's owning.
Beautiful.
Oh, Ashton, come on.
one of the things that I do want to touch
Ashton, your job's on the line here, just FYI.
Way to put pressure on her here, Maven.
Well, I'm just letting her know she won't have a job anymore.
On
So
the flight
there is-
modifications, you can, I believe, what is it?
There
when
is
you sit down,
radar.
You can actually go to where you're picking your class and modify things right there and then.
Yep, you can edit.
Dude, she's owning. Damn, why can't my girlfriend be this good at
It will
video
actually swap out
games?
next time you die.
Okay.
You can swap out.
There
any
is
weapons
health
early on.
regen
You're
over
kind of
time in
unlocking
regular
attachments really
multiplayer,
fast.
okay.
Right,
And we
right.
found it really fun to just unlock a new attachment, put it on, and
The
go.
compass
gonna
is a
ask where they
weird
came from, that
addition. There's
idea,
like a
like, where that
compass at the
started.
top that
It's
shows
just
you
we
enemies.
ramped up the earn rate
strange.
on attachments, and we just kind of wanted to test.
And I
it
like
in
how it
game,
goes
and
into
just was just kinda
colorblind
cool,
mode.
like, I can hot swap.
Oh yeah, head glitch there.
It feels like there's
Yeah,
just like a
yeah,
weapon
yeah, yeah.
playground
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
between the
That's an
gun
ang.
sets and the game. Like, that's
Yeah.
nuts.
One thing we didn't mention when we we're going
Boner's
through the
hard,
training
very
field
hard,
orders.
not
Sorry,
because of the
actually
chick.
got The field orders. Do you want
Field
to talk-
upgrades.
oh, sorry, field upgrades.
Listen,
Do you want
I
to
wish
talk
my
a little bit
girlfriend
about
was the
what they
gamer like
are
that,
and
dude.
How you came to bringing that into the game? Sure.
Oh, you can
Yeah, so
instantly open up
we like the
Gunsmith,
idea of
it
the
looked
reward that
like,
players got kinda
and
regularly.
customize your
But we
weapon.
didn't want it to be like this kind of like I win button. Like, okay, it's you know, it's super weapon clock.
I got this.
And yeah, so
I win now.
we looked for things that would help players support their team for the most part. It's not true for everything, but we have like the tactical cover.
Okay.
We have the trophy system. And tactical cover you can actually mount on with our new mount mechanic. So you can mount on the top of cover, the side gives you a significant recoil bonus. And then we actually, at the beginning of the game, we let you have one field upgrade, right? And you start working through them, and you have that field upgrade, you get to use it. And then
Dude, look at that recoil. Woo,
functionality
there's
that
recoil
lets
in
you
this
bring in
game.
two. And so in the moment, in the match,
No
you
mini-map?
get to choose
There is a
between these
mini-map.
two.
It's in the top left.
So you might have an offensive field upgrade, like say, well, I don't know,
There's a
scout
mini-map.
drone that
You
goes
just
up
have to
and
get
actually scouts for
UAV
your
to
team
have it.
scout an objective.
It's
Or you
not
might have
there
a trophy
unless you have
system.
UAV.
So in the moment, you're like, I'm in headquarters. Am I defending a point or assaulting a point?
Which is really cool, because look how clueless these people are. They're clueless because they probably don't have a UAV on right now.
And that's also
See?
down in there.
They ran out of UAV, so no radar now.
Funny little trick.
Oh, dude, there's gonna be so many.
If your buddy
So
puts out
many
a
fucking...
drone, you can throw C4 on it.
Stop.
Yeah.
You can finish the rest of it.
Yeah. You can
That's awesome.
Put two and two together.
No, that sounds epic. And
We have to get our chemistry.
Oh no! What's gonna
Dude, I
happen is
really
I'm gonna
hope
C4 on, and you're
they
gonna fly
have
down
battle
the mountain.
royale in
Yeah.
this. I
Probably they'll
really
work.
hope they do.
Can we
This
talk
game
about
would
some
be
of the maybe new
perfect for battle
combat
royale.
mechanics that are going to be within this. There's different stuff you talked about. I kind of want to talk about the
No
doors a little bit,
campaign-
because I remember the
campaign
first time when
gameplay?
I was,
No.
first hearing about it,
This is a
'cause,
multiplayer
I
reveal.
had
They're not
I
going
was
to show
talking to somebody at
campaign
War, and, like,
in a
"Can you tell me some of the new
multiplayer
stuff in the
reveal.
game?" He just looks at me and goes, "Doors." And I was
Doors.
like, "What?
Oh,
It's just like doors."
got a
So I
little
was like,
slide
"All
there.
right." But there is a very new feature. It's very
Oh.
interesting and provides some kind of wild circumstances.
She's owning,
within
dude.
gunfights. Can you talk
12
to me about
kills.
the changes to doors within Modern Warfare?
Yeah, so we like early on we put doors.
That
in,
map
right,
was
and let
UAV?
players kinda, like,
Yeah,
pause
the
and
map is
firefight,
UAV.
and we're like, that's kind of cool, but they felt really basic. So we started to layer in.
So the
kinda
map
this
comes in when she has a
experience, these new
UAV.
features. So we have
Oh
a
my god,
mechanic that lets
dude.
you shut in the trailer,
Oh!
open a door
She's a
slightly, throw tactical
gamer!
in, and then you can melee the door, go in and
Oh,
clear 'em out.
fuck!
And then
Who
we
comes out of
did
that
some
situation
breaching, and we're
alive?
like,
You
okay,
cross
what
a,
if
you fucking
explosives
turn
just
around a
open
corner.
doors? So players
3
can either
dudes
throw
there.
C4, clacker the door open, or they can cook a grenade.
Oh,
And
this
then
was
you had a bunch
campaign
of
reveal?
players,
No.
You know, whining about like it's affecting the flow of the map. Like this isn't how the map was built, and so we actually allow you to sprint through doors. So we have this kind of like suite
Oh.
of functionality around doors.
Interesting. You
So
can sprint
be
through
sneaky,
doors.
yeah.
Or you can just be loud.
Yeah,
Yes,
well,
exactly.
it's actually funny on this map on SD. One of the bomb sites is in this apartment building around the corner, and you can actually stack guys up on a double door. You can put a sniper pretty far back, and either they can do it or you can throw the nade from across the map, and the concussion will open the doors. You can snipe the guy that's probably going to be camping in the back, and everybody can kind of go in. And
That's cool, dude. Search is going to be a lot of fun.
Of course, we saw Ashton doing a little bit of weapon mounting as well.
Yeah.
But it's really kind of more specific. It isn't necessarily just like leaning.
Yeah, we didn't want the kind of like head glitchy kind of scenarios you get from like a lean anywhere mechanic, right? We don't want those sliver shots. And so
lame.
we really like the idea of bracing your weapon on surfaces. And when we talk to soldiers, that's what they do. You're carrying a big heavy gun. You want to stabilize that gun, or
Sure.
Getting tired.
yeah, those guns are actually they're pretty heavy.
So, no, there's a perfect
There you
example.
go. There, thank you.
Well,
Ashton.
Ashton, you're on point. Thank you, Ashton.
You've been on point.
It's...
You're going to get to keep your job. You've been good enough that
I hope so.
I've been impressed with what you've been able to do, but thank you so much for walking us through the creative class, showing us some of the combat mechanics during the game. Thank you for coming out. Thank you so
so
much.
much.
We appreciate you coming through.
One more thing we should also point out.
She's kinda
that is,
cute. But she's, I
for
guarantee you, she's
development
very
for the past
old.
2 years, we've always had this outline around squad mates.
But she's kinda cute.
It actually was broken in this build, but it's really important for our teammate awareness, of spatial awareness of where they are. That didn't make this build, but we'll be putting out
Dude,
some
I
gameplay
hope...
footage
I just
of
want like them to
gameplay
talk
after
about the
there,
battle
but also be
royale.
in the beta. So
Yeah.
I don't expect them to show it.
Thank you guys. I
but just
appreciate you coming in, kind of talking high level
confirm it.
about some of the great mechanics.
You know what I'm
within
saying?
Modern Warfare.
Dude, this looks good.
Anything you want to say? Maybe to your
A lot of
coworkers,
stuff I didn't
fans,
expect.
before you head out.
Yeah, we would like to say that we're lucky enough to be the ones up here kind of presenting this game, but there's a whole studio of people that really put their heart and soul into this game, and it really means a lot to us. So thanks for checking it out, and hopefully everybody has a good time.
Honestly, thank you
Yeah.
for joining us as well. The game we played, it's fantastic. Looks brilliant as well. You've done a really good job. Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, Joe, Jeff, thanks a lot. But guys, before we get further into the show, we have a lot more to show you upcoming. We are going
'Cause
to
they're
show
pretty
you the
heavy.
Dark Edition coming for Modern Warfare. Let's take a look.
Oh, they gotta shill their $120 edition. Functional night vision goggles. Didn't they already announce this back with COD 4? I had these, dude. I swear to God I had these. They weren't this cool looking. I swear to God I had these with COD 4. I'm gonna have to Google that. Somebody Google that for me. Somebody Google it for me. Tell me if the original COD 4 digital or the deluxe had fucking night vision.
How awesome do we
I
look?
swear to God it did.
Ben, how awesome
They
do we
didn't
look?
work very
These
well
are,
though.
These are actual night vision goggles, and I need everyone at home to realize
When I was a
these,
kid,
these are the real thing. These work.
I wanted for Christmas for years of my life to have night vision goggles, and now
These are amazing.
Dude, I need
much
this
to
for
join
my
joined
Dreams
us.
can come true now.
I have
Splinter Cell
wanted these
cosplay.
since a child, and you have made this a reality. I am so.
You never have to be
excited.
afraid of the dark unless your enemies have these.
I just, Joel, I need you to realize I'm taking this home with me. I need
Okay.
you to- is that okay with you?
We'll be all right.
I don't care if it is okay with you. I'm putting one of. They're coming with me.
They look great on you guys. It's a great accessory.
Does I look badass?
It puts the entire ensemble together.
It's pretty neat.
Tactical.
You don't typically see somebody in a button down in night vision. Now you have.
You have to dress it up a little bit, dude.
Well, you talk to me a little bit about your role at Infinity War with the upcoming Modern Warfare.
Yeah, I'm the studio art director, and
You need
know,
it for your
long
Las
ago
Vegas
when we did
robbery
Modern Warfare
package.
2, we did night vision goggles, and you know that was like almost 10 years ago.
You have to make that
So
sound
when
every time you
when
put
we
it
went
on.
To reimagine Modern Warfare, we knew that night vision was going to play a big role, and you know we decided to go after this again and see what we could do now. 10 years later, the tech is just crazy. These things are incredibly functional. We designed them to be our own part of our own universe. The labels on here are from a manufacturer that exists in the Modern Warfare universe. You know, it's like a XRK it's a weapons manufacturer that does optics and stuff and gunsmiths. So it all ties together. We put it in the game. You see them wearing. Captain Price is actually wearing these.
Captain Price, there you go, Fuzz. Have your
We
boner.
took them into the real world and made them work.
Oh, never mind. I guess they're not showing him.
That's where these actually come into play, and that's what you're seeing here.
Night
I'm
versions
just
of the
so
maps.
impressed that you actually managed to make these. How did that process even begin?
What?
How do you even say, all right, we're gonna make night vision goggles? Yep, that's what we're gonna do. How does it start?
It was fun. I mean, you start with an idea, and Nick Levisis is
The same way
designer
everybody
at,
makes night vision
Infinity Ward,
goggles,
just came up
probably?
with the design, modeled them out, handed them off to that was the design phase for the physical. And then we actually handed off to Jeremy Thurman, one of our artists, and he actually took that version and put it in the game. So it kind of went two ways, went into the universe of the game, and it went out into the real world. So
Because we should say the Dark Edition.
You were a burglary, broke into the house, saw naked Zach with night vision in
That's actually-
1911. I want you to kill
We were doing
me.
rehearsals yesterday. We're
That
in,
is
like, we're going through the
exactly
script,
what
and
you
I'm
would
like,
see
we're talking
or
a lot about
not
these night vision
see,
goggles. I'm like, these are so
because
cool.
it'd be in the
Like, what does this come
dark.
into play for the Dark Edition? Then you're like, oh, you get them. And I was like,
You would only
what?
see it as you were bleeding out on the floor,
It's a
and then
whole-
I
it's
turn
all
on the light
basically,
and go,
almost a collector's edition.
and
This has
take
gotta
them
be-
off.
This has got to be the coolest edition of a game ever. It comes with night vision goggles.
And I want to point out that
there's
Guy's
a
so
history in here.
excited.
I was about to say
It's okay, dude.
the operators, if I'm not mistaken, the all gillied up pack and even all of them, that's some old school operators right there.
We went back in the archives. The original ghillie suit was made by Emilio Cuesta. And I phoned him up and I said, do you have the ghillie suit that you made?
And that's the last thing you see. You're just bleeding out on my floor. Shit, man, I just
so cool.
just want to steal a TV. I turn on the light, turn off my night vision, takes it off. Oh my god, you just see fucking standing Zach
Cool to bring them into this game.
in front of you.
Yeah, no, I think pretty cool. It's putting a
Naked,
this is, one of the
semi-chub,
I've seen. I'm not kidding. This
ready.
is coming with me, and I'm going to wear it
Now
everywhere.
you can hunt varmints.
Looking
and
for
actually-
additional
I'm
targets.
just gonna walk up to like a McDonald's drive-through with this on my head.
Turns on
Like,
light.
I'll take
Kill
two
me,
double
put
T.
the fucking gun in my
safety,
mouth
they
and
fit on
blow.
tactical helmets and all that good stuff. So they're pretty versatile and they work great. They have a short range and a long range setting.
That's incredible.
Automatically we'll switch to night vision. It'll pick up light, all that good stuff.
Well, and you saw at the bottom of your screen for just a moment there, but you can pre-order now at CallOfDuty.com. So if you want to get the Dark Edition, if you want to have night vision goggles and be as cool as Ben and I just were,
With the beta,
you can do it.
it'll be interesting to see how crossplay works. I might pick it up on PC
Joel, hopefully that's good.
because of
Yeah,
crossplay.
no one's, I
But
think
it'll
you can get away with it.
depend
Run
if Black
fast
Bolt
after
and
this.
Eddie will still play with
I'm not
me
very
if I'm on
fast. I am
PC.
not very fast. So this is awesome. This is very cool to see in the Dark
It
Edition.
depends how they do the
Obviously amazing.
PC.
Thank you so much for the insight on what
If
went
it's
into
like
kind of bringing these
Fortnite,
into the game.
which
It
it
is the
sounds
Dark
like it's
Edition,
gonna
but
be,
thank you, Joel,
then
for joining us.
console
Very,
people
very
will have
cool
to
that you were
opt
designing
in
these, and,
to playing with
I do,
PC
as
people,
we,
or
say
you can
farewell
use
to
a
Joe, I kinda
mouse and
Joel, I
keyboard
kinda wanna
on
recap
console
what we've been
and play with
discussing. In
PC
case you're
people.
just joining us, let's go through sort of a quick rundown of everything we've just seen and discussed so far. So if you didn't see the trailer, you got to check it out immediately on YouTube. Also, for the multiplayer open beta, That is coming later this year, this fall. It's going to have crossplay. It's going to be incredible. Ben, we're going to spend a lot of time
Crossplay
with you
in the
on
beta.
I can't wait. And as you mentioned, crossplay for the open beta, that is going to be fantastic. We also talked a little bit about Gunsmith, all kinds of customizable weapons, as well as a ton of new maps.
And there's going to be an ongoing stream of free updates, so no more DLC, free content following the launch this fall.
Well, I'm sure there'll be loot boxes.
Everybody is very pleased about. That's awesome to see out of Infinity Ward in the next
And OP
title
weapons
for
and
Call of
loot
Duty.
boxes.
And then the Dark Edition, which we just showed you. It comes with a set of night vision goggles, which we have in front of us. Look at these puppies. Pre-orders are live. You can get hooked up at callofduty.com. But we're moments away from the gameplay. So what this is all about, obviously, we wanted to have some time with the developers talking about the game and everything we're excited about and kind of where their thought process was behind the development.
What is there about a Royale mode?
We have, what, 36 streamers here from across the world.
Yes.
That they're going to be throwing down on Modern Warfare.
Yes, our close friends.
He's on the flip phone.
Can't wait to roast, but I mean, it's going to be insane. We talked a little bit about.
Doc is on the flip phone. He broke out the flip phone, boys.
Well. A couple guys playing on PC, a couple guys playing on console.
But first up, how we're going to show it off is going to be 6v6
couple guys playing on PC,
so
couple playing on console. I wonder who's going to get owned.
One of those maps.
I
Later,
wonder.
we're going to ramp things up with a couple of rounds of 10 versus 10, and the ramp it up ain't stopping. How do you feel about 20 versus 20? It is going down. We'll get to a couple rounds of serious team deathmatch on the large scale with 20v20, and we'll wrap it all up by showing off the gunfight mode with a bit of friendly competition in a 2v2 exhibition bracket. So yes, it's friendly. These guys,
you know, I've never really noticed, but most of the big streamers, guys included, are really good looking.
It's going to be spicy.
Have you guys ever noticed that?
On the Call of Duty channel, where we're going to be
even in gaming,
awesome gameplay from all of our 36 streams.
Attractiveness matters.
The best of all the action
right
here. Trust me, this is the place to be.
It absolutely is. But before we get into that gameplay, the final bit of business I do want to get to is on a more serious note.
Blow my brains out. Why is it so skinny? How are you so stupid? Give me the gun.
An inspiring charity that's helped veterans secure a high-quality job after their military service, and that is the Call of Duty Endowment. We're finding high-paying, fulfilling jobs.
Dude, it is hot.
Leave the service.
You guys enjoy this? I'm gonna go get some water real quick. It is hot as
it's been more than 60,000 veterans since it was funded in 2009.
Yeah, it's a lot. And their current goal is getting 100,000 veterans back to work by 2024, and it can only happen if the Call of Duty community helps as well.
And every dollar you donate to the Call of Duty Endowment goes towards helping vets in both the U.S. and the UK, Ben.
Yep, that's also very, very important. And now you have to love it. This dollar, every single dollar, 100% of your donations goes directly to endowment grantees. Everything directly to them.
And this is a tangible way to say thank you to our servicemen and women for their service. You can find more ways to help out at callofdutyendowment.org/help and follow them on Instagram at Call of Duty Endowment. But it's a fantastic cause. If you can be involved, please do. Yeah. But this is how the Call of Duty Endowment works, by getting our vets to work. Let's take a closer look at this amazing organization and their mission.
They didn't say anything important. They did not show gameplay. Oh no, they did not. How hot is it? 85. Nice. Nice. Good charity. Give veterans some jobs. Good charity. We need more, we need more charities that, like, give veterans free therapy and stuff like that. Help them deal with PTSD. You even made it out of your house alive. Go straight to a fucking bridge. That's the thing, you'd never make it out of my house alive. Just today, I heard something. Fucking loaded my gun. Oh wait, let's watch the trailer again, boys. I'll be quiet. Trailer times 2. Because I thought this was like, some of this was single player. This is all multiplayer. It just looks like it's fucking single player shit, dude. Like it's choreographed.
Going dark.
Copyright strike times 2. The electric boogaloo. That's what I was talking about with the accurate hip fire with the fucking laser. This is a really good trailer. Ah, fuck. This looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. Noob tube out. Tactical noob tube. Tactical predator missile. Oh, never mind. Like a strafing run. Riot shield confirmed. Just saw it. Saw it here first, folks. Riot shield confirmed. Literal breaching charge there. Dude, that's multiplayer. That does not look like fucking multiplayer at all. That's sick. Dude, there's a fucking nuke at the end of the trailer. So there has to be, like, if you get a 25 kill streak, you get a nuke. Or a Moab or something, dude. They have to do it. Dude, that lever action makes my pee-pee hard. Not gonna lie. Oh. I love lever action. I need to buy a fucking lever action already. They're cheap. They're so cool. And they will kill a motherfucker. They'll also go through 7 walls in your house. This is a really good trailer, man. That's a nuke, dude. He just 100% called in a nuke. Too many fucking things are happening in September. We got Iceborne, we got fucking
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back
something
to the
else and something else. Bunch of stuff at the end of August.
Multiplayer for the first time, and Ben, so far it has been wondrous.
Oh, it's been great. It's been great. Obviously, speaking to the developers, it is massive. Gives us some insight, maybe some extra tips and tricks. That
Wake up! Oh, where am I? Right at the house. I'm tied up with a broad panties on and a pink wig. I remember a skinny figure with the gun. Oh god, I've been abducted by aliens. That also explains why my ass hurts. Have been probed.
Anthony, nameless Wheeler. How you guys doing?
Doing great. I'm feeling amazing. I mean, we're here at the multiplayer reveal. It's new Call of Duty. It's the most exciting part of the year for me. I love it.
Can't believe you're hyped for COD. Feels blasphemous. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been like hyped for a COD in a long time. I was excited for Blackout.
It's hard, man. Like when we're talking with them, it's like you've been making these games for so
many years. And Blackout's really fun.
The new things, the way to change things up, the new maps, the new guns. It was really cool to hear the insight from Joe and Jeff. But I got to feel for you guys. You got a little bit of hands-on with the game, but are you guys pumped to kind of see these guys give it a shot?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great players here. I can't wait to see how all the gun plays out, right? There's just so many new features that we're going to see here today, and I just can't wait to see it live in action. It's going to be a ton of fun.
So I'm mostly excited.
I want to see how bad the console guys are going to get owned by the guys on PC. Why would you go into this event and choose to play on a controller when you can play on a mouse and keyboard? Why?
But no, we're going to see a wide array of maps. We're going to see a lot of different modes throughout the course of this. And basically, it's 36 streamers, and we'll kind of be hopping from POV to POV. So obviously, we're not going to be able to capture every single moment, but we're going to show off the best of the best. And like we said earlier, it's going to kind of end in that bracket.
The best of the best. I'm right here, baby.
Of who the best players here are going to be, and they're the ones that we're probably going to spend the majority of our time watching.
True. Is there anyone that stands out?
Shroud, instantly.
Has to be Shroud.
Yeah. Shroud.
He's just so good.
Also,
Shroud is here? Okay, GG.
I think Teep as well. Obviously, you know, Teep, a former professional Call of Duty player. We're going to be, you know, seeing how he does the 2 versus 2.
Shroud
just going to be us. So we're going to be on the desk
on mouse and keyboard
through things. We've also got a couple folks with us to talk to the players
against people on a controller.
Christine Leahy, how you doing?
I'm good, Maven.
Guys.
How are you?
I have a lot of energy, which is
hello, attractive female.
But I'm doing well.
Energy is never a bad thing. I'm so excited to
What
be
are those
here.
leather pants? Are leather pants coming back?
I haven't met you yet. I see you're having a lot of conversations. You're talking a lot with your fans right now on your stream. What are you most excited about that you saw so far?
I think I'm excited for the noob tube to be back. That was one of my favorite guns that I played with in the past.
The noob tube isn't a fucking gun, dude.
It's definitely a nice thing to have to get those easy eliminations, and I'm looking forward to using it today.
We were just talking,
no, dude,
actually.
she's
You
a
play
dirty
with a lot
YouTuber.
of celebrities, a lot of traditional sports athletes. Who has been the best player you faced off against in Call of Duty?
In Call of Duty? Oh, I'm not sure. I haven't played a lot of celebrities in Call of Duty yet. It's been in other games, but...
well, we got to get them on it. Who would you want to play in Call of Duty?
I think I would like to play against Baker Mayfield because I know he's a big COD, Halo, Fortnite fan, so I'd love to play against him in this game.
Gotta get him over to Call
Okay,
of
can we
Duty.
just go to the
Thank you so
gameplay,
much. I'm
please?
excited to see you play.
I'm excited to play. Thank you.
Maven, back to you.
Thank you so much, Christine. And Joe, you're a Browns fan, right?
I tell you what,
We need girls. Let's just get 2 girls on the screen.
I love that answer, Baker Mayfield. Come on down, because let me tell you,
Ugh.
I would love to play some COD with you.
Well, it's probably been fun. You know, you've
YouTube
got,
made my
decades of
dick go
failure, and
soft.
This is your year.
Yeah, people always ask me what's it like to wake up on Sundays, and I don't know. Well, this year, you know, to see what all the excitement is about. But yeah, I mean, Baker, if you want to ever get carried in some COD, I'm your guy. I got you.
I'm not your guy, but I'll play with you. I'll be dual carried. But no, it's not only going to be Christine. We also have America's next top fitness model. We've got from the CWL is Douglas Sintzer Martin. How you doing, Doug?
I'm doing well, Quinn. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. But
that's great, man. That's awesome, man.
I feel bad for you because you got Jack down there, don't you?
No, listen, man. I'm with the one and only Courage JD right now. So Courage, you've never played Call of Duty multiplayer before.
Dude, this guy, look at his nipples poking out of his shirt. His nipples looking me right in the eye.
But this is a big deal. This is the multiplayer reveal. I know you want to put on a show. What are your expectations?
Doug, I have one of the highest earnings in the last Call of Duty game. If you check esportsearnings.com, I am absolutely a competitor, first off. Second, I'm ready to scream and get loud and have more people on Reddit saying, I don't play COD. But guess what? I've been playing since Call of Duty 3, and I'm going to show you the best classes you can have today. Look at this. In the creator classes, you can put 5 attachments per weapon. Do you hear that right now?
5 attachments.
I have AR class. I have SMG class. I have a precision rifle, like a marksman type rifle. I have a run and gun AR, and then I have a sniper SMG overkill quick swap class so that I can be the Pomage I want to be on the inside, but the Scumpy on the outside.
I just have one thing to say. I just literally 2 minutes ago, Jack was just helping out Doc over here with his settings. I don't know what he was doing. Something tells me that Jack has something up his sleeve. Clint, we're going to roll it back to you now.
I want to point out, Clint, before you take that, I actually helped Jack out with all of his classes.
Yeah, he had no idea what he was talking about.
No idea.
Wait, so all that bragging he just did to us.
God, not that type of guy. I'm not gonna lie, that man is very attractive, but his nipples were very distracting.
We got to play a little bit yesterday.
Those nipples, they were so present in my face, just looking at me.
Not as well. That's it. I mean, it's going to be us 4, and we're going to have Christine and Sensor also helping us out. So thanks, guys. They'll be kind of getting feedback.
Where are the ugly guys?
Over the course of the day, but it's time to get into it.
Where's my representation?
It's going to be the 6v6 gameplay we're going to be hopping into. I'm excited for this because we went back to 5v5 this year. We're now back to 6v6. I believe we're going to be starting out. It's going to be runner domination. So I'm sure most people are familiar with domination, but just at the basic level, Joe, talk to me about domination.
Yeah, domination.
6v6. Okay, this is pretty classic. It's not gonna be too crazy.
Those flags, the more flags you have, the more points you get, and well, you win the game by having all those flags and getting all of those points. So yeah, I mean, everybody knows domination, but you want to get as many flags as possible.
Well, hopefully shortly here, the guys will be loaded up, and we've got a lobby full.
Dude, Shroud is gonna literally dominate everyone.
I think we're gonna be hopping kind of pod to pod to just show off different players throughout the course of this. Jack is just slugging energy drinks right now, hyping himself up. Jack, what are you saying now?
He's just screaming.
He's just screaming.
Jack just loves you.
Whoever did the seating chart needs to be fired immediately.
Yeah, he's too close to us right now.
Get him and Legion just tossed in the back. It's got to be tough, too, for him because he's sitting next to Doc, who is just basically better than him in every way. Doc's, what, like 6'8"?
He's also way taller than him.
Lean muscle.
Way taller.
Handsome. Yeah, Jack's looking like Frodo-esque next to him at the desk. Well, at least they're even sitting down, though, he's got 12 inches on him.
He's incredibly more talented.
This shouldn't be the roast of Jack.
Oh, you're
okay?
right.
Look, Jack's a fantastic player, but let's get to the action, right? That's what everyone
fantastic
is here for.
player. I don't know about that.
Multiplayer 6v6 domination. I think the map they said was going to be runner. This is a map that we had a brief little bit of games on, not one we're
going to run a couple maps,
but a couple of maps. It seems pretty good, Joe.
Yeah, it absolutely absolutely does. Yeah, I mean, there's some doors I know that the devs were talking about that you can interact with, a couple of different buildings with, you know, again, it's not your typical 3-lane map that we're sort of used to these last couple of years. So it's going to be interesting to see the way the players sort of move.
It's interesting that they're straying away from three lanes.
Developers about those power positions. Would you have, Nambos, would you have one big tip with the game slowing down, with it being power position?
Oh, this guy's on controller.
This man's. What would you recommend to a new player?
Yeah,
I guess he's not.
When you get to those power positions, just try to check every
Oh, it's Shrewd.
Right? Like, you got to slow down in a game like this because those ARs are very powerful. So when you get to those power positions, just try to check every single angle and don't focus.
This isn't the type of game that Shroud really plays, though.
For Shroud as well,
That's who I mean, if we can just watch Shroud all day, I'm cool with it. That does not bother me at all. The guy, you know he's going to put on a show.
No, seriously, if I had 3 wishes and everyone says like superpowers, being rich, being famous, I just want to be able to play games like Shroud for 24 hours.
Just one day.
Well, that's one of your wishes?
Yes.
Not even just for 24 hours.
Yeah, well, okay.
Oh.
Well, I guess you're right. That's a really dumb wish because I guess I could just do it forever, couldn't I, Joe?
Yeah, you could.
Shroud getting owned right off the bat.
I think just trying to get through his loadouts, trying to get his sensitivity all squares. The guys were just getting set up here as we were going through stuff with Joe and Jeff from Infinity Ward, but the game just looks so good, man. It was awesome hearing them kind of talk about the engines.
So Shroud's making his PC guys look bad.
From, what was it
getting owned.
Photogrammetry?
Sounds right.
Do you remember? I know, what was the word for that? Oh, I butchered the hell out of that. Photogrammetry?
We'll go with that.
Okay, I don't think that's right either.
Either way, it's insane, right?
I'm not the best with words.
These guys are getting owned.
Pictures of pretty much everything and putting into the game. That's absolutely incredible. I'm pretty sure I saw TP as well.
TP's in this lobby.
He's on the other team, so we'll keep our eyes out for
There's a lot of good PC players there, though. Myth is good.
Settings said, nah, it's not for me. Let me change things out, and obviously now running the assault rifle.
Yeah, he's got the M4 in hand, and I know you and I were having a lot of fun with this M4.
Yes.
I mean, a Call of Duty classic, right? Just such a good assault rifle at any range that you want to use it. And I mean, we were talking about the benchmark, all the different attachments.
Oh my God, dude.
Shroud's got a couple on here.
TP just killed Shroud. That's now the highlight of TP's career.
And what's cool is when I saw Shroud enter that building, there was a ledge there, and it gave him the option to mount his weapon. So now you can mount your AR, and it'll reduce that recoil, and you can kind of just lock down one lane with your AR mounted. So it's kind of a new thing they added.
I think we should switch perspectives.
On your main AR
this man's getting owned.
Stress really good tactical and lethal use. If you've got a solid player set up in a power position like that,
TTK seems like really fast.
Bananas to deal with.
And of course, let's not forget, at any point you can, hit start, go to your classes, and customize it in the game. So if there's, a certain player in a certain power position you want to try and get rid of, well, you can very quickly, if you wanted to, for example, put a sniper scope on your assault rifle, turn it to single fire, and bang.
Yeah,
right
Shroud is getting dominated.
There's so much customization in this game, and I'm a big AR guy, especially in Modern Warfare games. I love using assault rifles, and
swap away. Swap away from Shroud.
Burst gun, I just think it's so amazing.
He's sucking.
Awesome that you
Get him out of here.
Well, I think one of the big things that everyone continues to talk about, there's going to be different power positions, and how do you get those players out of their power positions? And maybe
Skadoodle's insane in games too.
Customization doesn't work, but you continue to make those changes. So we'll see how the players continue to work on it. We'll see what adjustments they're making.
I think, Ben, you were pointing to me that, what was this, streak earned by Skadoodle?
Skadoodle, he's already earned himself one streak. He has the Juggernaut selected, hasn't earned that yet. I am curious to see if anyone today actually earns that, because I know, Joe, your first game, you sat down, and I was like, I get to be on Joe's team.
Oh, he's a prone gamer.
First game, I was like,
Noah J just destroyed Skadoodle.
Well, and I'm actually excited to see Sky when he pulls out that sniper, right? I mean, he has the nickname American Sniper for a reason, has the AK right now, but we know when this guy gets a scope in his hands, he's gonna make some plays.
Who is this? Who are we watching?
So things starting to heat up here. There is Jericho. Of course, he's picking up a couple kills. And again, I do want to reiterate, cross-platform. Even here at the multiplayer reveal, a couple guys going to be on PC. Couple guys.
Damn, dude, that weapon swap is slow.
He just changed his gun to full auto as he was entering that room. Unfortunately, he doesn't get that kill, but I like the idea of going into close quarters combat and switching to the full auto and try to spray him down.
Well, the game just flipped on its head a little bit. They had a 3-cap there for a moment, which really allowed them to push out a massive lead, but quickly the red team get back in control, but we'll stick with Jericho's POV. I want to see if these streaks start to come into play. But Jericho, obviously, he has been a long-standing community member in Call of Duty since really the dawn of time, Ben.
Oh, yeah. He's been playing for a very, very long time. Of course, a fantastic content creator as well. It's always good to see him and see what he can try and bring to the table here. But you can see okay.
Get owned.
Jericho, I'm trying to gas you up. Come on, man.
That's an MP7, man, right? You run into those doorways, you see that MP7 submachine gun.
Well, you were the guy kind of running the gun because we were playing yesterday with like, what was it?
SMGs seem like they own close quarters.
Slow, and you were flying around smoking me. Is that what it was, the MP7 you were using?
MP5.
It was the MP5. Okay.
Yeah, I think the MP5 is the weapon I had most fun with. I'll give you guys some tips before the beta starts in September. But yeah, the MP5, another Call of Duty classic.
The recoil looks nutty.
Just saying.
What was Ben? What was the burst gun that you obliterated me with a couple times?
It was when he was.
I thought I got sniped, man. I just got ripped.
Jericho, bottom fragging.
I told Jack to put on. So when we get to one of Jack's games, I'll kind of talk you through it. But there's a couple.
Just said stopping power available.
Test it out because naturally, you get your hands on a new Call of Duty for the first time. Like when the open beta comes out, you're gonna try everything, right? Because you want to get the biggest advantage as quickly.
Bro, you just looked at him on the right. Why didn't you shoot him? You fool.
Come open beta.
Everyone, it looks like practically everyone's on mouse and keyboard.
I remember I made a class after he destroyed me with it, and I just put every single attachment on my gun that would make me move faster, and it just felt amazing on the map being able to move so quick with that submachine gun.
That's a choice as well, but we didn't really touch on it when we were talking about the kind
of
I
don't think it was loud as fuck.
That you can go through. But there's a lot of pros and cons to pretty much everything. If you're going to get, for example, a little bit of help with vertical recoil, you're going to give something else up. Maybe it's ADS time.
Listen, I don't mean to say that I'm better than these guys, but I do mean to say I'm better than these guys.
Infinity Ward, he said, he's like a big MMO, like an RPG fan. He likes skill trees and all the stuff that goes into it. So it's kind of what they were thinking.
There is no outrunning bullets here, dude.
Give or take with certain armor pieces that you would use in other games. And yeah, I was going through it, and I was looking at the different stocks and different foregraphs. I'm like, all right, well, if I do this, I have to, so I sprint slow,
stopping power rounds. He doesn't have it bound. He literally does not have it bound.
Just so used to, like, what is a grip
to use his stopping power rounds.
Reduces recoil, unless you aim in a little bit quicker, but as you say,
yeah, Myth is really skinny. I did not know he was that skinny. Holy fuck.
There's all these different options. It'll just be so fun when this game releases at beta, like how players want to play with each weapon.
Yeah, there was like a stock, and it's like if you want to reduce idle sway, like you're going to be slower.
Nobody is using like their stopping power rounds, dude. What the fuck is up with that? Use your stopping power rounds, you fools.
If I want to be fast with this gun, or if I want to slow down, like
oh, he just injected himself.
Am I going to be in a power position?
What?
Okay, so on this map,
what is this, Black Ops 4?
And again, I think one of the keys just to kind of
there's like an instant heal item.
In a game, right? You create your
there's like he has 2 syringes and he can just
could maybe be a little
syringe himself and instant heal.
It's as simple as just hit and start.
You have to be quick. You have to be quick with that.
Well, yeah, but either way, if you know what you want to change, it's relatively simple to do.
I guess Myth is only good at Fortnite.
He's going off right now. Did you guys see that?
So what are his stats?
17 and 5 from TP.
I just can't play with Nameless again. The guy started at 9-0 yesterday. How many times do we hear about it throughout the course of the night?
We talk about
it's because you were attacking me, so I had to. You kept killing me.
I think Clint, one thing you can sort of, from your own personal experience with TP, he's 17 and 5. As TP, what is he doing?
I'm a full-time commentator for the Call of Duty World League, but on the side, I am TP's full-time bait.
Right.
And he's a completely selfish player, and he's likely allowing the other 5 members to run in front of him as he picks up the kills. And
I'm going to be honest.
What's funny about that? He spent his entire career.
No, I know.
That's most Call of Duty players.
So when he stopped playing, he's like, you know what? I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to have some fun. So he just baits you every day now, and I can't blame him.
Yeah, he was a guy sprinting in first for a decade. He deserves a little time to dominate. But not surprised to see TP doing well, since he is one of the greatest Call of Duty players of all time.
Absolutely.
Call of Duty World Champion.
Jack, why are you looking at me and not the screen, dude? You getting smoked?
He doesn't know what you're saying.
He looks frustrated.
I think he knew what you were saying.
No, I think he's hungry.
We're not really seeing high level gameplay here.
124.
Yeah, this is a very close.
Show us this TP guy. He's apparently owning.
Have you guys seen any guns like that? Maybe you didn't try out yesterday.
There we go. This guy's on controller, dude. He's on controller. He's 17 and 5, and he's owning literal PC players.
You're very quick with it. Speaking of TP,
he's owning fucking PC
players.
players.
Use it, but just protect and see. He knows that they're very close from winning this game.
Just kind of going back to his inner competitive self.
Always.
Oh, look at his face, dude. He is dialed.
You see how
well, that's what.
he was.
So I think for some of these
Bro.
guys, so we had what a lot of the YouTubers that came in the other day to get content and play the game again. So for some of the streamers, I think it's their first.
This guy on controller is beating
maybe some field upgrades and not bring them into play yet. I think they're all
one of the
learning.
best PC players of all time, Shroud.
I'm sure we'll see a lot
Okay.
more. Is now we'll see. I think a cruise missile just got earned. Almost smokes another one, but
You got to get that in your head, guys. Those of you that think mouse and keyboard is a huge advantage.
Right, the execution style stuff that you can do. We didn't see it earlier on. I'm curious to see if maybe we get that at any point.
It's embarrassing. Somebody's got to do it. Wait, Myth is on a 5 streak. That's just what popped up at the top right.
I think so.
Oh yeah, Myth. He's right in front of me. He is. Look how fast his fingers are moving. This guy's turned.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody's hands move that quick.
Doug's behind him, just having a great time watching him.
He's using the lever, dude. I want to see this lever action. Oh no, you missed. Oh.
Shotgun.
Skadoodle shuts him down. Close game, 185, 147. Be coming to an end relatively soon, but for the most part, it looks as if the blue team should be able to secure the W.
I wonder if he's going to call these streaks in. He's got that cruise missile.
Oh, he's fighting Shroud.
Cluster strike, so somebody's probably about to get pounded.
There he goes. Didn't actually kill anyone.
Okay, so I take it back. No one was actually hit. What were they talking about?
Little Shrudy.
Again, I think this was talked about yesterday when you and I were.
Shrudy's getting warmed up.
Some of the kill streaks that are in, right? You have to actually
use
have
your
a line
kill
of sight
streak,
to
please.
use them. So it's not like think of like our current game where you have the Hellstorm, you have the Lightning Strike. You can just pull that in wherever you want. Some of the kill streaks now you have to have line of sight on enemy to actually use them.
Yeah, that was
Took Shroud's head off.
It's interesting because you need to get to that like.
On a controller.
Position. It's not, you're not
He's
sort
a
of
gamer.
called in off spawn. Like you have to get to like a good angle.
Yeah, basically have like a laser target that you need to just kind of put your laser out and be like, all right, this is where I want to drop my.
Oh.
All right, team. I think you got a hit marker there.
Oh, it is team.
Oh, it is. He knows. All right, Mr. Paul Chow.
I think Shroud also had the same gun, and he missed his shot. And Teep said, you know what? I'm taking you down.
Call of Duty World Champion.
Close game, man.
It's not like the Tiger
Damn,
Woods right there.
this guy's a gamer.
We're
That guy
going
is
to be
a
having
gamer.
some fun. That is just one of our mini matches that are going to come here today. And so far, I think we're all just excited. I mean, for us, I know we just want to get hands-on with it. We have to wait for the open beta coming in, September? But, Ben.
I can't wait. You made a joke at the very beginning.
What
You're like, yeah, we're probably
system
gonna be
do I get this game on?
Absolutely, that is exactly what I'm going to be
play 20v20.
Is this our squad?
That's
we're
later
going to see it, I think,
that's
right before the 2v2.
I can't wait to watch 20v20.
What system do I get this game on?
Right?
Ground
Man,
War was previously what? It was 18, I think it maxed out at. I mean, now we have 20v20. I mean, that's.
I don't even know what to expect from that.
If you get streaks in a 20v20 game mode, oh my lord.
You got like a 7-man cruise.
I'm just imagining the kill
Split
feed
up
right
into
now.
squads, just locking down different lanes.
You get a
It's gonna be
chopper
lot of fun.
gunner, imagine the kill feed. That'd be insane.
All right, well, before we get into more action, we're going to have more matches to come. I believe we do have Sensor on the floor with an interview. Douglas, take it away, pal.
Hey, thanks, Clint. So, I'm standing here right now with Myth, the legend, the man, the myth, the legend, no pun intended. I'm watching him play this game for the first time. You started off a little bit slow. You started popping off the end.
Yeah.
What are your first initial thoughts on this game?
It's a lot of fun. I think that just like, so the class that I created, I could already see how the dynamics you could create for yourself with choosing different things. And so like my class was very much run and gun. I had the stim as well, so I was able to sort of just heal myself on the go if I got shot, and that allowed for a lot of just really good aggression. And as I got into the swing of it, like later into the game, I was like, okay, I know the rhythm, I'm ready to attack.
Yeah, you were getting more excited. At first you're like, oh no, I'm not playing well. Oh no, guys, don't make fun of me. Like, I know there's a lot of pressure. But no, you started getting the rhythm into it. You started playing really well. You got a world champion on your team, carrying you guys to the win.
Carrying you guys to the win. Damn, dude.
I want
Hold
to be
out.
on the floor right now playing this game, and I'm sitting here watching you, so I'm living through you right now. You played well. You guys got the first win. I want to bring it back to the desk, back to Clint.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I think we were watching like Shroud or Teep's POV, and I saw Myth pop up at the 5-shooter. I saw him before this. I was like, if you put a lot of time into caught in the pass, he's like, yeah, I'm going to fry. I was like, oh, okay, all right. And,
well, at least he's confident.
Yeah, no, he absolutely was.
I love that.
We've got an interview with Sensor, and then I think our next one, I believe we have Christine Leahy, and she's going to be with TP. Now, Christine, I need you to ask TP right away. I play with him every single day. Can you ask him what it's like to play with someone such as myself?
Oh, God. What it's like to play with you?
Yes.
Well, let me ask him. TP, what is it like to play with Maven? Maven wants me to ask you this question.
Playing with Maven has really fine-tuned me into the player that I am today. Playing with him, it makes my life a lot more difficult. So if you really want to get better at Call of Duty in general, or probably any game, play with that bald man over there.
Oh, that was really sweet. I was expecting some trash talking, but that was really nice. Because
I love you.
We just came from Sensor, who I know has a really sore spot, you know, because of you. You beat him in 2014.
Right.
So there was that.
I mean, Doug's a great guy, great player, but, you know, I got a lot of chips on the guy, so. A lot of championships in COD, so.
There's the trash talking I was looking for. It looked like you guys were having a lot of fun with this one. You had an awesome game. Why was that?
Honestly, I just kind of figured out how the domination spawns pretty quickly on that map. When I got the UAV, the main map was up. I knew exactly where people were going, and I was just kind of shooting a lot of people in the back and in the side and stuff. And then when it came to like my weapon selections, I read through a lot of the attachments to see what kind of play style I wanted to go for. So I think I had the edge there.
I got to ask you, too, you're one of the best Call of Duty players out there. What do you think of the new game?
It's amazing so far. This build feels extremely smooth. I'm having a blast. That first map we played was a lot of fun. And, man, that sniper rifle was feeling pretty good there, or the marksman rifle, actually. So I'm having a good time.
All right, Maven, back to you.
Thank you
It looks good, man. It looks good.
166 in. I thought TP was going to cook my ass. I thought he was going to roast me to no end.
Dude, I just don't know.
I mean, I mean, you're his trainer, right? Like
I'm very interested, I should say, to see how the crossplay is gonna work, because like, if it does do it like Fortnite, then you have to rely on, like, you have to play with people on console in order to play with people. Like, if you're on PC and people just give up PC, right? Nobody buys it on PC. You're not gonna find any games unless you partner up with somebody on console, and then you can like play with console people. I think is how Fortnite works. But like, I think I'll probably just get it on console, just because like,
just a little bit different the way they've been created this year.
I made the mistake of getting Black Ops 4 on PC, alright? And that was that was a terrible idea, okay? The game fucking died fast as hell. I had to buy it twice.
So some of your favorite maps.
I'm sweating. Hot as
And he just
shit.
came back to the team for this
Dude, this guy's sense is so high. What the hell? This guy has like a 1 million sensitivity. How that? This guy's not gonna hit anything. Oh, this is Doc. Yeah, he's definitely not gonna hit anything.
With the 6'8" gaming's phenom unit, Dr. Disrespect.
I'm expecting big things from Doc.
I don't know how he plays with those shades on. I don't understand.
I don't know how he plays with that sense, dude.
Infrared technology. He's talked about it before. Like, come on, man.
Good point.
Like, this,
good
it
point.
helps him out.
You're right, Joe. You're right.
Oh, he's behind a couple.
I'm sure I actually like that though.
So he's just
He's shooting a tree.
That's true.
Listen, you can't be judging people's accuracy, all right?
Why is he injecting himself? When he has full HP.
See that lean?
Listen, TP's bait.
Yeah, no, I know. That's my permanent job. I'm okay with it. I've accepted it.
Oh, a little gamer. Okay. A little slide.
Sat right in front of his that was just one of those like,
sorry, Hutch.
That wasn't pretty.
He can't hear you.
Well, to be fair, Hutch did get put in last second. I think he had to fill in for someone, so he got here last minute. Maybe he's just warming up, getting into the flow.
Oh, Jack's also in this game.
So Jack's got the MP5. So when we go to Jack's point of view, that'll be a lot of fun to see how he plays with that MP5. Because
That MK2 looks really fun, the lever action gun.
It's really powerful. I know you two were
You put that stock on there, you can strafe so fast, and it just looks insane
There's
from
clapping.
The other player's point of view, and
I just
really be so quick with MP5. It's awesome.
Is Kataga and Jack on the same team? I'm pretty sure they are. That's going to be a pretty powerful team with Doc as well. That team's going to be very strong. Very strong. Again, you talked about it a little bit, man, but the 2v2 exhibition.
Kurt's getting owned.
I'm very excited to see who comes out on top for that 2v2. It's going to be really.
Well, I saw the bracket for just a second. I think I saw a couple of the teams, but if it is where people are sitting together, it'll be interesting. I think Shroud and Skadoodle are sat next to each other in a pod.
You got Doc and Jack.
Yeah, so if that's how it works out, I'm not sure if it's randomized or how to play out.
Here's the MP5, right? This is the gun that you guys were talking about, and just how strong this really is.
It reminds me all the way back to Call of Duty 4, where that MP5 was kind of a sub that a lot of people like to use, and that's one of my favorite submachine guns of all time.
There we go. He's actually using fucking stopping power. Finally, someone using stopping power. Say what you will about this guy and how he's annoying, but
it feels like when I used it, it was good from like short to medium range, right? Like I know a lot of sub players are looking for one of those slower rate of fire weapons that you can have a nice fight with an assault rifle from medium range, and that MP5 can definitely do it.
So you can change it up, right? Depending on your attachments, you can make it better from range, and you can make it kind of just really good up close. So you have a lot of customization options to make it how you want.
Seems a little slow. Like this match seems a lot slower than the last match.
You talked a little bit about the
I think it's just TDM, that's why.
The field upgrade.
Yep.
Couple of choices there.
It's not a lot of like
absurd. I think,
incentive for people
I think
to
Amos got first shot at me, and I just popped the stopping power, and he goes, "What just killed me?" I just
Clump up.
smoked him. So that'll definitely have an influence on the map. That nade is in your back pocket, pal.
Unlucky. Close.
It's okay. He's going to spawn up with 2 missiles in his kill streak, so maybe see him call these in. And the stopping power rounds available now as well. Seems like that's kind of a favorite for that.
The stop power rounds?
Yeah.
They're just really strong.
Yeah,
the shield's pretty good too. A lot of powerful field upgrades, that's for sure. It's funny seeing players when they get their streaks. It's almost as if they're so tunnel vision now. Just on, let me just play the game. Let me just focus in. Let me try and get a couple of kills. Almost forget that you have them.
Yeah, it's triggering me.
Shot was shaky, but finally they got the headshot. Yeah, I need to see these streaks get involved.
Somebody walk up to this man and say, "Use your fucking streaks." We haven't seen any. Just shows you like nobody has played Call of Duty in a long time because no one's using the streaks.
Because I was just dominating you.
Yeah, and then there was one point where I got up top and I just didn't move. Mounted my gun.
You were dominant. Or what game mode did we play on? I think we played on what was it? It was.
I think we were playing Hardpoint, weren't we, when we played this?
It was a ton of fun on this map, that's for sure. But we'll change perspective. Take a look at Mikolo.
Gataga's 12-3 right now going on.
Honestly, as soon as I saw Gataga was going to be here, I was like, yeah, that's a guy who I just know is going to dominate. Another, former competitive Call of Duty guy.
Never heard of most of these
Yeah, but he's
people.
always been really good at like, I don't know, just like finding power positions early on, like putting up big numbers. He was always a flashy player. Like that's what he was just
Little
known
flash
for,
and
right?
jump?
And still is. Like he's just so flashy. He knows how to put up numbers.
It's something that might just play to his ability, especially with it being kill streaks now.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. You just post up and he can get a ton of kills for you in not a lot of time. That's when you can expect him to rain down and dominate. Basically, kind of what we saw from TP in game 1 is almost.
What the shit is wrong with his screen? Is that counter UAV?
What were they hit with at the HUD? Is
maybe a counter UAV?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That makes sense. I wasn't sure if it was like a tactical or if they were hit with a counter UAV.
You just change perspective there? Yeah, here's Gataga. This is what I want to see. What is he rocking?
He's got the M4.
Okay.
We've seen a lot of M4 today.
That's what a lot of us were using yesterday for the most part.
You know
what? Seems like your starter kind of comfort AR.
I was gonna say it's one of those traditional weapons, right? You know what you're gonna get out of there.
It's also very good.
There is that too. That is very true.
Yeah, the guns just look really good. I really like the smoke effects on the barrel.
Gataga's perspective. That's his second kill in a row.
The recoil looks. It looks it looks like it's a lot of visual recoil, but not a lot of actual recoil. So like, there's a lot of like screen shake and like weapon shake and stuff, but where your bullets are actually going, it doesn't seem like they're like flying up or anything like that.
That personal radar and that mini map would pop up and notify you where things were on the map.
And hey, just one quick reminder while we're in the middle of this game, because we've been talking a lot about the beta. Just to clarify, you have to pre-order for early access to get to the open beta. So pre-order now. We talked about the Dark Edition being available in case you missed that earlier. The night vision goggles, all the crazy stuff that comes with that. The skins in game.
Limited, right, as well.
Yes. So
Little Predator.
you can do that. CallOfDuty.com. So get your pre-order in if you want to be part of the open beta. If you want to play against the group here up on the desk, you've got the chance to do that, as well as a lot of these streamers. I'm sure they're going to be putting in time with the beta, but we are in our second map of our 4 6v6s that are going to be played. Then we have the 10v10, the 20v20, the 2v2 gunfight bracket that's going to go down. So a ton of action. I know there's been
this is like an all-day event.
To see a lot more of multiplayer. You've got what, a 3-minute trailer of all the action. You get 3 or so hours of gameplay today. So much to show.
20 and 4. Uncontested, man.
The 20 of their 75.
20 and 10. He got 4 assists. He died 10 times.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Jack went 19 and 3.
Yeah, it's actually Courage that was.
All right, Jack.
Yeah.
The Doc had 4 kills. I was expecting more. Expecting more of him.
Wait, Doc had 4.
4 and 8.
He had 4 kills.
Yikes.
Double neg.
He was
That's all right. His team won, right? W.
Yeah.
That's what the Doc's about, getting W's.
That's the mentality I have to keep. As long as you win, Joe.
I feel
Okay, well, I mean, I don't really want to watch this for fucking 3 hours.
It's the way you guys not. No, probably not. Probably not at all.
That's a lot, dude.
Playing for the win.
Well, they got the win, so.
Yeah, so
that's a lot of
we'll keep kind of ripping through these,
watching. So I guess I'll just I'll just finish up my opinions with my opinions on it. I think it looks really good. I am sad that they're not talking at all about the battle royale. Like, I was really hoping they would mention it or like confirm it at all, which is kind of leading me to believe that there may not, like, we're really close to this game coming out. It is August now. Like, in a month, in a little over a month, we're going to be playing the beta, which is going to basically be the whole game. And then a month after that, the game is out. Like, this game is out in like 2.5 months. So I would be really, really surprised if they are keeping a battle royale mode like undercover. That'd be pretty crazy to me. But anyway, I think all in all, it looks pretty damn good. I think obviously the new engine is kind of the beauty of it. The new graphics, the new animations, everything like that. It looks really smooth and it looks quite good. So those are my thoughts on it. It's definitely something that I will be streaming in the future. There's no doubt about that. I'll just have to decide what platform I get it on, but I will 100% be streaming this later in like 2 months or whatever. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I do appreciate it. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. I'm not gonna watch for like 5 hours. That's a little silly, especially when it is this hot and I'm sweating my nuts off. So thank you everybody for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see all of you tomorrow for Fallout Friday. Bye.